Hi, here's Katherine Bihlmeier with lesson 101. Remember, today starts the looping app. The looping app you can get to keep on repeating every hour the daily idea for today. The daily idea for today of this exercise 101 is God's will for me is perfect happiness. God's will for me is perfect happiness. So get the app and then you can loop it every hour for 5 minutes and it will integrate in you in bringing you back to your peace and your true self. Today we will continue with the theme of happiness. This is the key idea in understanding what salvation means. You will still believe it asks for suffering as penance for your sins. This is not so. Yet, you must think it so while you believe that sin is real and that God's Son can sin. If sin is real, then punishment is just and cannot be escaped. Salvation thus cannot be purchased but through suffering. If sin is real, then happiness must be illusion, for they cannot both be true. The sinful warrant only death and pain, and it is this they ask for. For they know it waits for them, and it will seek them out and find them somewhere, sometime, in some form that events they count they owe to God. They would escape him in their feet, and yet he will pursue and they cannot escape. That's what we think. That's what I was thinking very strongly, this lie. If sin is real, salvation must be pain. Pain is the cost of sin, and suffering can never be escaped. If sin is real, salvation must be feared, for it will kill, but slowly taking everything away before it grants the welcome boon of death to victims who are little more than bones before salvation is appeased. Its wrath is boundless, merciless, but wholly just. Who would seek out such savage punishment? Who would not flee salvation and attempt in every way he can to draw the voice which offers it to him? Why would he try to listen except its offering? If sin is real, its offering is death, and meted out in cruel form to match the wishes in which sin is born. If sin is real, salvation has become your bitter enemy, the curse of God upon you who have crucified his Son. You need the practice periods today. The exercise teach sin is not real, and all that you believe must come from sin will never happen, for it has no cause. Accept atonement with an open mind, which cherishes no longer belief, then you have made a devil of God's Son. There is no sin. We practice with this Tov as often as we can today, because it is the basis for today's idea. God's will for you is perfect happiness, because there is no sin and suffering is causeless. Joy is just, and pain is but the sign you have misunderstood yourself. Fear not the will of God, but turn to it in confidence that it will set you free from all the consequences sin has wrought in feverish imaginations. Say, God's will for me is perfect happiness. There is no sin, it has no consequence. God's will for me is perfect happiness. So should you start your practice periods and then attempt again to find the joy these thoughts will introduce into your mind. Give this 5 minutes gladly to remove the heavy load you lay upon yourself with the insane belief that sin is real. Today, escape from madness. You are set on freedom's road, and now today's idea brings wings to speed you on and hope to go still faster to the waiting goal of peace. There is no sin. Remember this today and tell yourself as often as you can, God's will for me is perfect happiness. This is the truth, because there is no sin. Great. I wish you today a lovely, joyful, happy exercising, coming back to your happiness, to your true self, to your peace which lays in you, in your heart. Connect as often with your heart space and with your divine space, which is, you take the bridge from your heart to your divinity. Your divinity lays in your heart. So connect as often as possible, and even stronger when you have funny ego awareness and funny, interesting ego perspectives or any troubling situation in your life. Thank you very much for your time and doing those exercises every day and every hour. And thank you for your contribution and for your love and light shining into the world, shining into your life. And please follow, subscribe, and comment and share all those exercises to bring also more happiness into the world and possibilities. Thank you. Bye for now. Ciao.